Star Wars Sexplained channel, and they are going to be nominated, ladies and gentlemen, for having four. Oh, they had a fourth one. They had a fucking look at this. They had a fourth interview just 9 hours ago. Look at that. Is that Michael Wilkinson? I don't know who that is, and I don't even give a shit. Michael Wilkinson. Looks like that's not at the, that was not at Lucasfilm Studio, that one. Okay. This one was, all the other ones were Margaret Pfeiffer of Andor, Alan Tudyk. That's the K2SO Force voice actor. And then the big one, Tony Gilroy. The Sexplained got to go to another one of, if I can get my screen up correctly, went to another one of these, ladies and gentlemen. They went to another one of these. Only I guess it was a little more exclusive. They went to Skywalker Ranch and got to interview Tony Gilroy, sit at a little round table with fucking Tony Gilroy. You couldn't pay me to go and hang out and talk to Tony fucking Gilroy. You know, I thought that, it's funny, isn't it? How all of these people, on our side and others who, typically don't like Disney Star Wars, a lot of them liked Andor. And, judging by the beginning of this video here, as we get into it, I don't see any of them. I don't think any of them were invited. I don't think any of them were invited to hang out with Tony Gilroy. I wonder why. Oh, I know why. Because Disney is not making Star Wars for them. They're not making it for all of these. I hate everything Star Wars, but Andor and Rogue One is okay. They're not making it for them. They still don't give a shit about you, even if you do like their content. They are only inviting the shills, like the cross-dresser, his whore wife, and some of these other people who I have no idea who any of these people even are. So quickly, let's get into this. We got a few highlights from it. Let's get into it. Star Wars Sexplained at Skywalker Ranch.
About 2 weeks ago, Molly and I got the chance to join a few other Star Wars podcasts at Lucasfilm, which was amazing. We're going to do a vlog about the whole trip, but part of it was the opportunity to chat with Tony Gilroy, the showrunner for Andor. It was awesome being able to ask him about the series and even joke around with him a little bit. So here is that talk. I hope you enjoy.
And there was like some, I don't know what's going on with Sexplained's microphone, but that's static if you hear it. I don't know. You might not have heard it if you didn't have headphones on. But there was like some static in the background. And he was, that was all on his end. Great job. How many subscribers? 826K subscribers. And you can't even clean up your audio. Sexplained. You got me running around here making everything perfect for you guys for this stream. And me, despite all of my technical issues, are putting together a better product than the fucking cross-dresser and whore wife. Maybe the dog was chewing on his fucking cables or some shit. I don't know.
So you're all, did you guys, who are you? All right, so fire away. What's unexplained that you want to know?
Go look. Alex is right next to fucking Tony Gilroy. Look at him. And look at pay attention to some of the looks that Sexplained is giving Tony Gilroy. Like the serious eye fucking that is going on with this guy. Fucking disgusting, man.
What don't you know that you want to know?
Well, I'll start and just ask, how are you? Because you've been doing a lot of press.
I'm
Andor.
done today.
Oh my God. Molly with just a great fucking question. Great question. Wasn't that, chat? Good job, Molly Damon. I guess Molly Damon isn't allowed to ask Star Wars related questions because she honestly doesn't know anything about Star Wars in reality.
Done.
Really?
Yeah, it's been amazing couple months. We all feel that way. Everybody in the whole, because we've been together and we're all texting with each other. I'm like, "God, did you see this?" And, holy cow!
Do you have like an interview or like a press event that you've done so far that you got really excited to meet that person?
I did one with Colbert.
God, what is with these fucking questions? Chat, that would be like if I were interviewing Sydney Sweeney and I asked her, like, hey Sydney, do you get a lot of attention from men? Do you get hit on a lot, Sydney Sweeney? This is the level of questioning coming from fucking Molly Damon right here. What a stupid woman. And that's a lot of forehead on Molly Damon there. Look at that. Forehead Damon. She might need hair plugs. I don't know. Think Molly Damon needs hair plugs.
But I had a little too much to drink that night, so it was late and a long day, and I went and had dinner
Colbert. Who the fuck would brag about going on Stephen Colbert?
with my kids, and I went there and I had another beer, and it was a little looser than I wanted. But it was fun to be. I know him a little bit.
Good Lord. Okay, so that's the intro. Got just a couple more. Next one is at 4 minutes and 40 seconds. And what's the name of this chapter? Okay, I believe that Alex is about to ask a question here now, chat. So get ready, stand back. This is probably going to be a good question.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in the background. A lot of welding.
We always
Other
try to
people
do.
working.
We're always trying to do many things at once.
Yeah.
Love how fleshed out like Gavin
Really everywhere feels, and you've said there have been like 400 speaking parts on the show. And Star Wars fans we love our like side and background characters, our small bit parts. And you made like dozens of new fan favorites. So how do
Fucking Alex is fucking pitching a tent right there. You can clearly fucking see it, fucking freak.
you make such compelling characters when they only have a few minutes of screen time and like just a handful of lines? Like I'm in love with Thela, the bellhop. He's
Well,
awesome.
that's not a small part.
I
though.
mean,
no, I know,
that's
but yeah,
like-
no, I mean, that's the job. I mean,
What's with this camera too? Why is the camera like going all around, all over the place like that? What in God's name?
I mean, Zana would just
Look at
groan. I would turn.
Is it just me or are you guys noticing this as well? I don't get it. I can see his fucking chub. Yeah, I guess he's just I don't know. He's sitting in a chair. I bet the dog is in the background, the dog and the Grogu doll and the dog keeping up with the fucking Friday night at the Sexplained.
Turning pages, and we do some more characters, and they're very. I think they're very helpful for me to tell the story. I can move. I think I'm cheating a lot. I'm telling a lot of story through day players, but there's no point in having.
I think Tony Gilroy, I believe he admits somewhere in this that like he doesn't know Star Wars. He doesn't know Star Wars canon, and he has like lore people on set or with him when he's writing this shit to like fix his errors or whatnot, even though they're all in the tank for Disney and they obviously don't give a shit if he fucking breaks canon anyway. But he clearly, I believe he admits in this that he does not know anything about it. Yeah, I mean, just look at like, I'm just going to click through some of these. Look at Alex's like fucking faces. Look at you just staring at him, laughing at his bad jokes. Oh, eye contact. The chub got a tad bit bigger there, didn't it? Look at him just staring at him nonstop. Okay, next soundbite is at, I think we got two more. Okay, 9 minutes is the next one. And this is, oh, you guys are going to love this. Star Wars, fascism, and colonialism. This should be an interesting question.
Maybe switching gears a little bit. I'm getting a little spicy. I know, like in the interview with Colbert, you were talking about how you could speak about fascism. I think that's
Oh my
obviously
God.
a extremely interesting and relevant topic. And one of the things that fascists historically do to, subject and oppress is to silo dissent and keep everyone separated so that they can come together and rise up against whatever system of control is there. And Denise Gove was talking about how the Empire is a gang.
I'm honestly surprised this guy hasn't like circled back to like Orange Man Bad somewhere in this question. It's like you can tell just by looking at him that he wants to do that. Side note, this guy deported shortly after the interview. Ice Ice Baby. Fuck yes. I could tell, I could tell by looking at I think what's her name there? The Nazi? I think the Nazi sitting next to her, because she did this. She did the Elon Nazi salute at Star Wars Celebration. I think the Nazi sitting there might have called Ice purist. Any news on that? If she was the one, look, I mean, look at the way she's looking at him here. She's kind of like, yeah, man, I know you're not legal. I know some people. I'm gonna make a little bit of a phone call here at the end of this. 100%.
And rebels are tribes. So I was wondering, like, as you were writing season 1 and into season 2, and you're talking about the Gorman Front, the Neo-Republicans, the Partisan Alliance, like, how are you conceptualizing that distinction right of one, the Empire?
I don't know. Why does he have the bottom of the pants folded up?
Separating all these groups, but then like how they come together into, from a group of idiots in the forest to an organized, strong rebellion.
Well, my experience on Rogue,
He just called the characters a group of idiots. I might actually agree with that take. At the they don't grow. They're still a bunch of fucking idiots, even in Rogue One. All right, I think we got one more in this. Let me check. Yeah, 1820. What chapter is this? I dare ask. Andor and the Real World.
Discussions about how Andor resonates.
Yeah, look at those pants, man. Look at them. Why are they rolled up? He just want people to see his fucking ankles. Definitely a homosexual. Definitely. I mean, he's sitting there with the legs crossed, pants rolled up. Yeah, not a good look, man. Not a good look.
Them, and I think that's something that's been very valuable to me for us as a show, because with Puerto Rico and our history of oppression and colonialism that we're still kind of going through, Andor
Hashtag go back to Puerto Rico.
season 1, and then obviously having a Hispanic lead in Diego was kind of unheard of in many ways.
but as you're
Having a Hispanic lead is unheard of at this point. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Jesus fucking Christ. Praising him for giving a Hispanic lead in the show. There you go. There you go.
aware, it's shocking how many people we could do a whole United Nations resonance tour on this thing. There's a lot of people that can pick out everything that they want to pick out here, which is really, it's been
See, we're checking all the boxes. I thought Andor wasn't woke. Well, there you go. Tony Gilroy admitting that, yeah, we're checking, basically saying there that he checked off all the boxes. Wonderful. Just wonderful.